Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Tuesday mornings with Suzanne. For some of you, it might be evening. For some, it might be afternoon by the time you listen to this. So, wherever you are, whatever time it is where you are, know that I am welcoming you to this time together. Today, we're going to speak about times where we have inner turmoil, where we have something going on inside ourselves. Things are clashing. Oftentimes there's information that's clashing, and we don't know how to come to a decision that feels right for us. We don't quite know how to do what we need to do to step forward in our lives. Often, in times where you have inner turmoil, you will feel paralyzed and fear will start to take over. So I'd love to talk today about how can we truly be the oasis, the full energy reservoir for the people that are around us, for our communities, for our families, for those we love. How can we do that when we ourselves are struggling with something that isn't quite right within us? Okay? So, what we're going to do today, and I'd love for you to think about something you're chewing over, something you're working on, and the main thing that I do when I'm trying to help someone make a decision, or when I'm trying to make a decision myself, is to go out and move, get the right and left sides of my body moving in a cross body pattern. Meaning, when I walk, for instance, if you've ever noticed, when your left foot goes out, your right arm swings. When your right foot goes out, your left arm swings. So there's a way in which who we are as human beings operates better when we get moving, and when we get moving in a cross-body patterned way. What happens, they understand now, is that the right and left hemispheres of the brain start to speak to each other. And they speak to each other in ways that they were not speaking before. Okay? So this is a kind of a cool thing to think about, that by doing something simple like walking, the same would be true of running, the same would be true of swimming, most swimming. These are things that help us to integrate things within ourselves that are bumping up against each other and causing inner turmoil. Okay? Now, the cool part about this process is that you can do an inner walk without ever putting on your walking shoes and stepping out into whatever environment you're living in right now. So, for instance, in some part of the countries, people are having to put on respirators to take a walk out in nature because of fires and the air quality. Here in Virginia, the sweat would be pouring off my body if I stepped out the door and took an actual walk right now. But we can do it internally, and have it work the same way. It's the way the brain and the body work. Okay? So I'm going to take a moment now, if you would, get your feet on the floor, soles of your feet on the floor. Take an easy breath. And I'm going to bring to mind an issue for me that is continuing to churn inside, that I'm thinking about, I'm working on, I don't have an answer yet. Okay? Lots of different sides, lots of different information. And if you would, find something like that within yourself. Because we all have these. They come and go throughout our lives. And if we pretend like we don't have them, then what happens is that we just churn about them unconsciously. And it causes us to oftentimes be distant or crabby or feel disconnected. We don't think we're actually having any inner turmoil, but we actually are. So let yourself consciously bring something to mind that you're working on right now. Okay? It could be something simple, it could be something big, doesn't matter. Think about it. Think about all the questions you have about it. And then let your eyes close, let your awareness drop inside. Take an easy breath. Yeah, and another one. And allow yourself to put on your internal running shoes or walking shoes. Get them laced up just right. And then step out the door in your mind's eye, wherever you are. And yet, in your mind's eye, wherever you're walking is somewhere that's optimal for you. Some of you are going to imagine the beach. Some of you are going to imagine a mountain trail. For me, my favorite place to walk is in Big Sur, walking up and down the trails there. Yeah. So allow yourself to go where it is ideal for you, where the air temperature is just right, where the smell of the air is good, where you feel energized. And begin to allow yourself to head down the trail, wherever you are. Head down the trail. Let your arms and legs swing. If you're a runner, go ahead and run. Again, we know that when you run, you're automatically doing that cross-body movement. Yeah. And not only imagine in your mind whatever movement you're doing, but feel it in your body. Whatever it takes to be able to do that. Feel it moving. Yeah. Just walking down the trail. For me, I'm walking. You might be running. You might be doing something, some other kind of movement that has cross-body movement in it. Whatever you're doing, allow yourself to notice the air, the smell of the air. The sunlight or the moonlight if you're walking at night. Yeah. Walking. You may find initially as you're walking that all the thoughts in your head are still roiling around. And then you'll notice as you walk or you run or you swim, whatever you're doing, that you can smell the air around you. Good. Good. Walking, swinging your arms, breathing in what would nourish and nurture you most. Moving through the environment that suits you best. Letting your arms swing, your legs step out, moving, breathing, inhaling what would nourish you most and exhaling what you no longer need. And with each inhale, your inner energy reservoir is getting fuller and fuller. Good. Feeling the earth beneath you, or the water around you if you're swimming, but feeling the sense of moving through space in this rhythmic movement, cross-body movement. Sometimes when I'm feeling myself walking, I can see myself getting to my favorite part of my trail, where I do a set of stairs by twos, skipping a step. Feeling my breath get a little quicker, deeper. Pushing myself just a little bit. And getting to the top, continuing on the trail on up the hill. Good, good. Now I'm reaching part of my trail where it flattens out again. I'm cruising, letting my arms and my legs rhythmically move as I breathe. I'm breathing in all the way to the bottom of my lungs, exhaling what I no longer need. Good, good, good. Yes. And as you round the curve, with wherever you live, wherever you left for this walk from, it's coming up in front of you. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Gently step back in your door. Allow yourself to sink in. Notice what it feels like to be you in this moment. In this moment. Having taken this walk, having had the right and left hemispheres of your brain move. Good. Good. Letting your eyes open. Coming back to our group here. Yeah. Yeah. And allowing yourself to notice what it feels like to be you right now, in this moment. In this moment. Yeah. How does it feel different than before your walk? Notice the fullness of your inner energy reservoir. Yeah. Good. Good. And allow yourself to, as you walk through your day, to have this same deep integration happen in your brain. Notice what it feels like in your heart, in your gut, in your pelvis, in your bones, in your feet and legs. Yeah. Good. Good. And have a wonderful day. Enjoy.